Formula One always has some crazy stuff going on, especially now that the new season is just beginning. We have so much going on, from new cars to beef between players. So what is going on in the world of Formula One, and what news do we have? Well, stay tuned to today's video as we are going to discuss Mercedes' radical new car design, STUNS F1, sparks accusations from Red Bull. First up, we have Mercedes' radical new car design, STUNS F1, sparks accusations from Red Bull. Now that the new season of Formula One is just around the corner, or may have even begun by the time you're watching this video, we are getting more and more news about the cars we will be seeing race on the track. Mercedes have come out with a new car design that has stunned many in the industry. Mercedes firmly insisted the extreme no side pod layout of their 2022 cars and truck is completely lawful, yet F1 principals confessed the severe analysis of the brand new regulations will certainly produce a great deal of discussion. Lewis Hamilton debuted the new car and its new look not long ago during Mercedes screening. The new design is so crazy, we have had certain people questioning the legitimacy of the new design. Red Bull Group principal Christian Horner was reported to have examined the layout of this new car during a meeting in Germany with Vehicle Electric Motor und Sporting activity. Mercedes Group manager himself, Toto Wolff, even came out saying that this new no side pod design for his car was good, and he actually had to protect his decision. It's clear that occasionally when you feature a development, it develops the type of discussion that we're having below. That's why that was anticipated, he informed press reports. F1 showing off supervisor Ross Energy confessed the layout was a warm talking factor with the brand new period to obtain underway at the exact same Sakir circuit on March 20th. I assume it's difficult to expect the innovative range of the groups. When they obtain the regs, you've obtained countless designers servicing all the guidelines as well as exactly how they can utilize them, stated Energy. So a few of the services, truthfully, we never ever expected. I assume there's no question that the Mercedes idea we didn't expect. This new car looks incredible. What do you think about it? Let us know down in the comments section below. And now we have some other Formula One news. Next up is F1 teams fear mirror war and meet for an emergency meeting. Over the winter break, tests occurred on the new Formula One cars that are set to be used during this next F1 season. Mercedes came out with their controversial design, a car without a side pod, and also their silver-pillared mirrors that caught the eye of many. Just a few days ago, a meeting took place where the Formula One teams met up to discuss these mirrors and their legality in order to avoid a so-called mirror war. According to Formula One rules, the mirrors of your car are not allowed to have any aerodynamic function on the vehicle, and it was believed that these silver-pillared mirrors would give some sort of advantage to Lewis Hamilton and George Russell. Though there were concerns, this new vehicle seems to fall under the official rules. But the other Formula One teams are worried that a mirror war could spark from these debates. This means that more and more innovative designs for mirrors could appear, and they would be on the edge of usability. This isn't something the companies want, so they met to discuss what should happen to this before anything gets out of hand. According to FIA Formula Cars boss Nicholas Tombazis, there is room for interpretation within these rules, but Mercedes clearly exploited the space to design these mirrors as such. Now it's up to the technical advisory committee to judge the design. What do you think about it? Let us know down in the comments section below. And now we have Williams reveal striking blue 2022 livery for their FW44 Challenger. We are always getting new Formula One car reveals, but as we are about to head into the next Formula One season, we are getting even more. The most recent one that we have received is the Williams vehicle. This one has such a nice and bold blue livery for their new FW44 Challenger. What do you think about this one? Let us know down in the comment section below. Though we have seen this amazing livery, we don't exactly know what is inside of the new car. It has some really nice red hints across its body, but we can't tell what is going on underneath its livery. They are taking an approach like many in Formula One nowadays, not saying anything about their vehicle apart from it being new and better than before. Looking forward, we want to build on this success, and the FW44 perfectly embodies these ambitions to return to the front of the grid. I look forward to witnessing this progression with Nicholas and Alex at the helm. Latifi added, "I'm a fan of the new livery. Keeping the blue was important, as it's synonymous with Williams racing, but it's a pattern we've not seen before, and the fluorescent red will pop on the track, which I really like. It's a fresh new look to start off the new era of F1. I'm super excited for testing in Barcelona to get behind the wheel, push, and see what the car can do. Preseason always feels like quite a long time, but it's been really busy, and there's been a nice buildup at the factory with lots of hard work from everyone. This new car looks amazing. Hopefully it can perform super well with what is under the hood." Next up, we have the new McLaren contract for Lando Norris, a $94 million problem for Daniel Ricciardo. It looks like something weird is going on within Formula One, as we now know that Lando Norris has signed a new contract that reportedly runs through to the 2025 season. According to insiders, the deal should be worth about $94 million. The weird thing about this is that it is eerily similar to Daniel Ricciardo's deal. Ricciardo seems to have another 2 years on his contract, though we don't know if he finalized his 3-year deal instead. This means that at the earliest, Ricciardo should be available by the end of 2022 for another team to possibly pick him up. The problem right now with Ricciardo is that he needs to keep up with the competition. Over his past few races and the past few seasons, he hasn't done the best. Ricciardo is being compared to other and better performing drivers right now, which means that he needs to perform well in order to stay in the upper leagues. He really needs to show that his skill is still there, because otherwise he might not get on a great team once his deal ends during this year or early next year. And now, how can we watch the start of the new Formula One season on the BBC? So, if you are a British watcher, you will most likely be asking questions about where and how you can watch the new Formula One season as it starts very soon. This new season is set to be groundbreaking and could have an even tighter point margin that we ended on last year between Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen. So, how can you watch this new season? If you are a British consumer, you can of course watch this on the BBC Sports website or even the live coverage on the channel with the same name. There is also a BBC Sport F1 page on the app as well, which allows you to keep up to date with everything. And finally, we have Sebastian Vettel ruled out after a positive COVID-19 test for the Bahrain Grand Prix. It's sad news today now that Sebastian Vettel has announced that he will not be competing in the Bahrain Grand Prix after testing positive for COVID-19. It is looking like the Aston Martin driver is going to be replaced by Nico Hülkenberg. COVID seems to be going around the racers, as McLaren's Daniel Ricciardo also tested positive for COVID-19 and had to miss the final test in Bahrain before the race weekend. Luckily, he is going to be available and fit for race weekend, which means he can practice on the Friday as long as he is negative. Hülkenberg hasn't been a permanent driver for Formula One since 2019, so he fills in for other drivers when they are out sick. What do you think about this? Let us know down in the comments section below. Though COVID is definitely calming down around the world, it's still a real problem in sports and many other parts of the world. So many places are almost forgetting about COVID now that we have a war going on in Ukraine, but it's still a major problem. Over time, COVID is going to become something of the past and become a worse common cold. Sadly, we are still going to be affected by this illness, and sports are going to be affected for years to come. Hopefully, Sebastian Vettel makes a swift recovery and can race the next weekend. And that's the end of today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed this latest video. If you did, would you please let us know down in the comments section below? It would be very helpful. Make sure to like the video, comment down below, and of course, subscribe to the channel with the notification bell rung. Thank you for watching today's video. Bye!